Hey, good morning and welcome to the NABCEP conference for 2024. It's our last day. We're kind of excited. This is a very long conference. It goes from about 7 in the morning until about, anywhere between 7 and midnight, depending on how long you want to stay. So here in the midnight booth, we're kind of excited about our new all-in-one. We call it the one. It is a 10 kilowatt continuous from battery, 11.4 kilowatt if you add some PV to it. All-in-one inverter. It has 3 MPPTs. Something I want to point out about the MPPTs, if you can see behind me, is they are actually 600 volt. So most every all-in-one you're going to find on the market has a lot lower voltage input, and it has a very narrow window. We will actually MPPT between 70 and 550 volts. We will turn on at 599 volts. So extremely nice MPPT window. 70 volts, of course, you don't want to design down there. That's for those cloudy days and stuff, but it will still work. We have 6 inputs for 3 MPPTs. The first input is good for 40 amps. The second one is good for 30. The third one is good for 30. Another unique feature we have is we have some smart load center breakers in here. We have 3 240 volt circuits. We have a 60 amp, a 50 amp, and a 30 amp. Those are digitally programmed by you in the app. You can have them be outputs for like smart loads or opportunity loads or load shedding. Like if you're using this on grid, you've got a big water heater, you can put it in here. When the grid fails, the water heater will shut down so you don't overload your inverter or drain your batteries. We have a true 100 amp pass-through, and I say true because we use all of our own magnetic hydraulic breakers. So that 100 amp breaker will carry 100 amps all day long. So you can feed that from your main panel with the 125 amp breaker if you want and have a true 100 amp pass-through. We also have 4 120 volt load circuits over here. So if you're doing just a small backup system in a house, you may have everything you need here without putting in a critical loads panel right in the box. What other cool features am I forgetting about this thing?
It's battery agnostic.
Oh, yeah, it's battery agnostic. So one thing we've really done, thank you, Sue, is really worked to make this thing charge a lead acid battery. So if you've used a lot of the all-in-ones, you'll know that they're not really tailored around a lead acid battery. Not that lead acid is a big part of the program anymore, but they are still out there. So this has all of the absorb time, the float voltages, the EQ, the auto EQ, and it will charge up to 64 volts. So you can actually equalize a Rolls flooded battery. It will run without a battery. If you don't want batteries now, your customer doesn't want batteries now, you can go ahead and install this, put your PV, set it up to sell directly to the grid. You can add the batteries later. One nice feature about that, if you use it in that application, is if you have an outage when the sun is out, you can still get power out of this for some, small loads. Like you could have a receptacle to plug a fridge in, charge your cell phone, things like that. So you can still have a little bit of backup power until you add batteries. It will do closed loop. Speaking of batteries, we do closed loop with several different lithium battery manufacturers already. We do closed loop with our own batteries. So we have a 5 kilowatt server rack battery that will go with this. We also have a 16 kilowatt hour that you can't see back there on the display. That is a wall mount battery. All batteries carry 9540. The wall mount is heated and has the needed requirements to meet the California rules. Some cool features if you're familiar with some of the competition. This unit has a lip down here that allows you to set it right on the gutter, so the door will still open and close. You're not forced into conduit, and the knockouts are all the same size and they're in line, so they're easy. But to make it even easier, you get a template with this, and you can stick it on your gutter, drill right through the template with your hole saw or your punches, and drop this on, snap your bushings in, you're good to go. Comes with a pair of CTs that you can put in your main panel. You can set this up for self-consumption, so it will sell back to your main panel but never export if you want to do that type of system. Or you can put it in off-grid and it will never ever sell back out the input breakers. Uses the midnight battery temperature sensor to do temperature compensation. And I think that's about it I can think about this. So maybe we'll take you a little wander around. Field serviceable. Yeah, Logan, our sales manager here, is pointing out this is actually field serviceable, so you'll be able to buy spare boards if you want them, or we can send you boards. Super easy to work on. Everything's really well labeled. Yeah, there you go. So we'll probably take you for a walk around, show you a few other things here, and go from there.
We're here with Eric Benson from Schneider, and we're just going to have him give us a quick rundown on the latest, greatest products that they are releasing.
Thank you, Sue. So what we have here is our latest and greatest innovation for residential solar. We call it Schneider Home. It's a complete suite of products designed to enhance the life of the homeowner and simplify the process for installation as well. We have here our 7.7 kW rated Schneider inverter, which can surge up to 200% for 10 seconds. We have the Schneider Boost 10 kilowatt hour high voltage lithium iron phosphate battery here, which we can stack up to 3 per inverter. Here we have our CET combination service entry device, and this is designed for meters that have ring sockets. And this is a split bus panel. We're actually bringing back the split bus, which was discontinued in the 80s. So we can configure either section to be backed up or both to be backed up. We have our MID here, which is optional. We have a Schneider Energy Monitor, which comes standard with the CET. And then we have the smaller pulse backup controller. And that has 12 breaker positions as opposed to the 44 in the CET. We also have a standard MID and a generator input in the pulse backup controller as well. So when you couple that with the app and with the eSetup app as well for commissioning, you have a package that takes all of about 10 minutes to commission. And then after that, you have a homeowner that can control everything through an app, which includes smart relays as well as smart receptacles. So they have the control and the granularity to get down to the device level to turn it on and off from an app. So we're happy about the innovation that's gone into this product, and I thank you for allowing me to share with you today.
Hi, I'm Vicki from Iron Ridge, here to introduce you to our Quick Mount Hug, our Halo Ultra Grip. So this is our amazing new flexible flashing that is both rafter and deck friendly. It is a cast T-foot for centrifugal loading. It comes down into a halo, see there, which encapsulates our sealant stack. It is a 1/4 inch of EPDM foam and a super sticky proprietary mastic we call Ultra Grip. Now this mastic is never going to run out of the bottom. It has a strong enough viscosity for that. It's also never going to harden or cure like an M1 or a Geocell will, so there's no possibility of it peeling up. We tested 103 screws on the market when we came out with this product, and we were really terrified of the uplift performance that we were seeing. So we decided to make our own. This is the RD structural screw, and as you can see, it's a 14 shaft, so it won't split out a rafter, with a drill point here. If you look really close, it has tines that actually point to the sky. They're buttressed high-low fashion. Now that's going to give you really good feedback as you go into your deck or your rafter and let you know right away which you're in. And it also wants to hold into the rafter or decking once it's in with those tines. We beefed up the 5/16 head because we realized there was a lot of shearing issues with our competitors, and we added a fully bonded EPDM washer that not only helps with your waterproofing, it actually shows all the way around the washer when it is fully seated, so you know when you've driven your screw far enough. A little bit about our foam here. It's kind of the key to making our mount have the longest spans. We can go 60 feet without a thermal break with this product, and that's because every day your solar system is, your rails are moving 1 inch to 1.5 inches more than the wood decking of your roof, which means all of that pressure is constantly going back and forth on your mount. The foam actually gives the ability to rock the mount without rocking or gapping any of the fasteners. Also, as you can see in this uninstalled screw, that sealant is going to drive all the way down your screw and actually create almost a mushroom of sealant on your underlayment, which no water could penetrate. We've given you an adaptive attachment pattern, so you can 2 in the rafter here is perfectly fine. You hit the rafter, you throw in your second one, your rafter mounted. That's 1,004 pounds of pull-out strength. If you hit and you miss, we give you 2 more chances to find that rafter. You go to the bottom left or right, wherever you think it is. Try it there. If it's hit, great. You throw your second up here. 3 in the mount, 2 in the rafter, and it's rafter mounted. Same thing goes if it's a miss and you hit here, great, still rafter mounted. If you've missed in all 3 positions, you just continue that star pattern and now you have your deck attached mount. There's no shimming, pilot holes, or butyl with this, or any extra sealant with this. So you drill in, there's no opportunity for any leaks because there are no penetration points outside of the mount itself. Also, if you've noticed, the mount is completely rounded on all edges. A sharp piece of metal with a little butyl on the top, when it goes like this for a long time, has the potential to cookie cutter a softened shingle in 4 points outside of the penetration point. It absolutely cannot do that with this mount. Also, all of your safety lines are designed to roll right over as well. We do believe that this is the most flexible and longest lasting on the market. We are lucky enough to have an Intertech lab right in our headquarters where we put this through its paces. We actually tested it to much more stringent variables than are actually code necessary. So we really hope that you give us a try and try out the new Talo Ultra Grip or a Hub.
Hi, my name is Steve Higgins. I'm from Surratt Rolls Battery. We've been manufacturing batteries since the late 30s in Nova Scotia, Canada. This is our S-Series 200 amp hour lithium battery. We make lithium ferrophosphate batteries. We also make AGM gels, lead acids, all back to the old style batteries. Considered one of the better batteries in the solar market. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions.
Hello. Hi, I'm Sarah from Bery Wy.
Greg from Bery Wy.
Yeah. So here to tell you about all our widgets we make. So Wiley makes a lot of cable clips. If you're familiar with the weave washer, we were the inventors of that little guy there. And then yeah, these are all our grounding parts as well. So we do wire management, bonding, and grounding for solar, from residential to commercial to utility scale.